Here we are to do some practice games with the honeypot deck. We're going to just draw cards from our deck and see how we plan out a turn one. All right, so I gotta load my deck in. Draw cards. Put Lost Souls into play. And on the bottom left there, I have a little diagram about what I'm trying to do. What cards can go get other cards. I'll post a link to this image in the description so it can help you plan out your turns. Okay, let me check for star abilities. I got the Virgin Birth. And I have one Lost Soul trigger. I believe Lost Soul trigger will happen first. You can underdeck a card from hand to draw a card. So based upon little diagram here, I have Covenant of David, which can go grab the Tabernacle. I have Egypt, which can go grab the Tabernacle, or Moses. So I have Moses, who can grab Delivered. So I have a couple pieces of the puzzle here. Let us put Emperor Nero on the bottom, because I can go get him with the Deceiver, I think. Or I could put Zechariah on the bottom. I think I'm going to put Zechariah on, or yeah, I'm going to put Chosen Warriors on the bottom. I don't think I'll be needing him right now. Okay, so that's another way to get the Tabernacle. So now let me do my star ability. So I can grab Moses. This is just good for defense. This is good if my opponent doesn't have any Lost Souls in play. I can just start rescuing. Exodus Hero from deck or reserve. So if I want to use my Egypt to go grab my Storehouse, I could go get Wilderness of Sinai to be the card that searches out Moses instead. So that's like an option if you value having Storehouse out on turn one. I'm gonna do that, yeah. Wilderness of Sinai lets me draw a card when Moses attacks. Okay. So let's start getting Egypt in play. So Egypt is going to grab a Genesis or Exodus Fortress. So I could grab the Tabernacle, but I'm actually going to grab Storehouse. Play Storehouse. Glory of the Lord, which can search deck or discard pile for the Tabernacle. So you know what I'm going to get here. Tabernacle. Plop that down there. Wilderness of Sinai. Here comes the Moses. And I could use this to play a site or good fortress from deck. So it looks like I have all my sites and good fortresses, but I don't have the last site I could get is Land of Moab, which can go get David. But I don't think I need David. Okay, so I'll make a rescue attempt. Search my deck for a good OT enhancement. Ban to Wilderness Hero. Okay, so let's say Moses dies or something. During my discard phase, I can play this. I can activate an artifact from my deck. So I'm going to activate Holies. Boom. Discard. Okay, so it's turn one, and I was only able to put out Holy Holies and Tabernacle, but also I have a Storehouse. Oh, and I forgot to draw a card from Sinai. Since this card's good to get Pharaoh's daughter, and I already played Moses, I don't think I'm going to use that ability. So on turn one, I dropped down 4 fortresses, a site, Glory of the Lord. That's not bad, but it's nowhere near the turn 1 I could have had. I feel like I could have used this card to grab something. Like if I go play my next turn, I can go grab David with this card. And David can go grab the priest, Eleazar. Okay. I'm going to start a new game. Just talk about another potential. Okay. Put this in play. So star effects, I have 1. We're going to do our Lost Soul first. If drawn, you may reserve a card from hand to take a Wilderness Human from deck. So let's reserve. Who do I want to reserve? We have 2 parts of the combo, so I don't have any way to get a Tabernacle into play right now, which is my biggest problem. But I could use this to go grab Moses. I'm gonna reserve one of my evil characters because I'm thinking like I can just use a deceiver to get him back if I really need it. So reserve that, take a wilderness hero from deck. So my chances or my options are Chosen Warriors, which I don't think that's really good if you're trying to set up the honeypot lock as soon as possible. Can do Moses or Eleazar. They're both wilderness heroes. Let's do Moses. It seems like the strongest thing I can do right now. Boom. That goes to hand. Okay, and then we're going to do the star ability, play a Lost Soul from a deck. So I'm going to try to get a Lost Soul out here that will help me draw more cards. So I can't do this one because it says if drawn, you may discard a card. So, So actually I should play this Lost Soul, and this Lost Soul should grab Eleazar. Because here's why. So this one I should have gone this. I should have gone Eleazar, and I should have revealed Lost Child Found to play this Lost Soul that grabs the Egyptian from deck. So you may exchange a card with hand with evil Egyptian in deck. So let's pretend Moses is not there yet. So I'm going to exchange this card with an evil Egyptian in my deck, which is going to be Pharaoh's daughter. Play Pharaoh's daughter. So I'm going to plop down this. I'm going to plop down this. Pharaoh's daughter is going to go grab Moses. Okay. Activate that. And attack with Moses. May take an OT green or white card from. I'm trying to figure out if there's an OT green or white card that allows me to get. Oh, yeah. This can let me get Tabernacle. Boom. And Moses dies or whatever. Who knows what happens to him. Second, during my discard phase, I can play this to go grab the Tabernacle from my deck. And unfortunately, I can't activate an artifact on there quite yet. I would have to wait till next turn to activate this. So I almost got it this turn. If I was somehow able to get Tabernacle into play before I attacked, then I could have activated both or something like that. Okay, let's do one more game. New game. Reload recent deck. Draw 8. So this is a card I've been thinking about trying to put in the deck. Your Eleazar, son of Aaron, can get it from your deck or discard pile. But the problem is if you put it in your deck, it's actually going to take up a slot that other cards might already use. So I haven't decided if this card's worth it or not, but it's a card to be on your radar for this deck. Okay, let me see if star abilities. We have the Virgin Birth again. Let's do the Virgin Birth. Okay. So this can go grab us a... wow. Wow. This can get David. This is the Tabernacle. This is the Pot of Manna. We want all these cards. We want these 3 cards. So let's see. We have David's Harp in play. So this is like a reason to get David, maybe? We can put David's Harp on David. Second Coming can search for a good card from our deck because we can go get Crowd's Choice. I'm going to do Land of Moab. I think we're going to have a strong attack this turn. Send to bottom of deck. Okay. Let's go ahead and put the shield out. Get them Land of Moab. So this can search deck for a Ruth hero. I'm going to do a Ruth hero, right? Okay, so David. And then he's a musician. Let's activate this on him. Boom. So I can draw a card when he's blocked. Temple. Search deck for Solomon's Temple or Temple Artifact. Let's grab Holy of Holies out. I think, depending on what your opponent's doing, I would say most of the time it's correct to grab this one first if you could only do one. And remove this card from the game and protect Solomon's Temple Priests and Musicians for evil cards. Banished. Okay. Let's do Second Coming. Search deck for a good dominant, which will go Crowd's Choice, which will search. Oh, wait. Second Coming can go grab Glory of the Lord, which Glory of the Lord can go grab Tabernacle. Boom. So that's going to happen there. And that's how we should activate the artifact there. So we had to burn our Glory of the Lords. I don't know if that's worth it or not, but we're just trying to see if we can assemble the combo on turn 1. And David can convert himself to Meek, take a good OT card from deck. So we can probably take this guy maybe. Shuffle, shuffle. And when this guy enters battlefield or play, I can search for this card. And then I draw a card. Oh, I drew Pot of Manna. So there's turn 1. David is protected. I can search. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I don't know. I'm almost there. I drew the Pot of Manna. So next turn I can just activate that and can start doing this. So let's do one more. I'm feeling one more right now. New game. I feel like we're getting close to doing on turn 1, but okay. Looking for Lost Souls, and we're going to draw a card and do star ability. Virgin Birth, really good card. Okay, so this we can get our Tabernacle down with this. Moses is always a good option. And we're also being able to do a Lost Soul. So actually before I do star abilities, I think I need to do this one. So I'm going to exchange a card from hand with Evil Egyptian in deck. Let's go grab the Pharaoh's Daughter again. So this is our Moses. This is our Eleazar. And then shuffle. And then do Virgin Birth. Okay, so we hit the Glory of the Lord again. So we shouldn't grab Moses because we're going to grab it with Pharaoh's Daughter. I think we're going to do Glory of the Lord. Boom. Deck. Boom. Okay. Elieser's coming down. Unfortunately, see, this is maybe the reason not to put the card in the deck, because it's not so free as I thought. If your priest enters the battlefield, search deck or discard pile for this card. So if I didn't have it in my hand, I would search for it and put it out here. All right, this card's coming down. Gonna grab Moses. Glory of the Lord's coming down. Gonna grab Tabernacle. Tabernacle. Boom, boom. And we can send Moses into the battle. Who can search deck for a good card. So delivered is good because you can, when you play it, you activate the artifact. So you don't, so like if Moses were to die, I could play this as a territory class enhancement after battle and activate an artifact from my deck. So I could go grab, Holy Holies or something. So to me, it feels like the deck's pretty consistent on getting 3 out of 4 pieces on turn 1. I feel like that probability would go up higher if we were drawing cards on our first turn. Like if I drew 3 cards at the beginning of the turn. All right, let's do one more. And this time, let's draw some cards to see what happens. Okay, let's pretend we're going second. Okay, so if we're going second, draw 3 for turn. We drew a lot of defense this game, but I think that's going to be okay. Okay, so we have delivered to grab an artifact from our deck. That's good. So yeah, we drew all our defense. We have Crowd's Choice, which can go grab something. We have Denarius, which can draw 3. So I'm not sure what to do here. I think the best we can do is maybe get 2 pieces this turn, because that's 1, 2. Or David could go get another one. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Activate Denarius. Discard it to draw 3. Put a Lost Soul into play. Draw a card. So we just drew 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 piece. The problem is we already activated our single artifact per turn, so I don't think we can. Okay, so let me exchange a card with Hand with Evil Egyptian from deck. I don't know. What to do? David's Hub, maybe? This is going to go grab our favorite Egyptian from deck. Boom. Who's going to grab Moses? Boom, boom, boom. Glory of the Lord. Grab our Tabernacle. Boom. So a thing to worry about for this deck, or a thing to, I should say, maybe watch out for, is the limitation on playing 1 territory class card per turn. So I could go Crowd's Choice to go grab a Temple Dedication from my deck. But then I can't go Temple Dedication into Delivered, I would have to go maybe this to go grab. Yeah. I would have to play maybe one of these in battle. Or I think the ideal situation was if I hadn't had to activate an artifact this turn, Crowd's Choice into Temple Dedication into Holy of Holies, and then during battle, I could maybe play this card to activate the other artifact. So I think I can only get 3 pieces down. So I got, yeah. So I should maybe use my Crowd's Choice to grab Eliezer here. Hello. And then Moses attacks Moses grabs something. I don't know, Covenant with David. I played Delivered either before or after battle, and that would allow me to activate this. So yeah, I wasn't able to get the complete lock off on any turn ones, but I'm sure it's possible. But I would say it's really consistent at getting at least 3 out on turn 1.